Hi, this is training in respect of chart of account in ASA ERP. Now, once you log in to the ERP, the next thing is for you to search. You can search from here, chart. That's from Awesome by chart of account. And then you select. Once you select, you have this kind of interface we have here. You can collapse it, you can expand it. This is expanding now. So, but we are collapsing for us to learn the basic principle behind chart of account. Chart of accounts mirror itself from accounting equation called asset minus liability equals equity, which is what we have here. This is the asset. If you minus the asset are the resources of the organization, while liabilities are the obligations of the organization. So if you minus from asset the liability, you are going to get equity. Then come the operation aspect of the organization. As the organization trade or carry out their operation, they generate income. This income that is generated, there are some expenses incurred to generate them, and this is the expenses. They need to record the expenses incurred to generate the income. So your chart of account needs to mirror both the asset, the liability, the owner's equities, the income, and the expenses. As you have seen here on the asset or on the liabilities or on the equity, all of them has basic function you can carry out when you click on the envelope. The envelope means that there are others children under their other account group or account, which I call children, under the envelope. So if you click the envelope, you are going to see the children, meaning this one have 5 children now, which are account group, because you see them as an envelope. Envelope mean account group. So if you click on the children, which is still account group, if you still have further envelope, it means those whatever you had there is still account group. You can't post to account group, but rather you can only post to account. So if you click on this one, finally you have the account. These are the accounts now. These are what you can relate with when you are carrying out transaction. So you have seen this now. Then another thing we need to show you is the numbering. It's also systematic. All asset now here, for example, is 1,000. While liability is 2,000. Equity is 3,000. Income is 4,000. While expenses is 5,000. You can choose also your numbering system, but this is what we have chosen in this case now. For example, now if you click on asset, you will see that current asset has 1110 to 16, which are what you have seen here now. Whereas also, as you go down, you see the envelope of fixed asset is in the same line with current asset. So that means they are at par. So if you click also on fixed asset, you see the children under them. These are how numbering is going. Take for example now, if you want to create an account in current asset under cash in hand, we already have, see the numbering now. We already have the 2 account here, 1110, the next one 11111. So if I want to create another account, I can choose 11112, but it cannot go beyond 1,119, because the next account 1,199, yes, the next account is 1,200. So let's say I want to create an account called petty cash. As you click on the envelope, it shows you activity you can do. You can edit this cash in hand, you can delete it if there's no transaction here. But if there's transaction, you cannot delete. You can add, meaning you can add a child to this cash in hand. You can even view the ledger right away from this environment or chart of account. So, but here now, I want to add an account called petty cash. Look at it and see how I am going to give a number to it. Petty cash. Okay, see the numbering. To give number, look at the last number under that group. The last number here is 1111. So I can decide to give the next account now 1112. You see a group? No. It's it's account that I want to post. What is the account type? Cash. Yeah, cash. Okay. Currency is the local currency, the default currency of the system. So I can create. So it's created. Look at petty cash. The same thing, you can create account under bank, you can create account under receivable. I have to talk about receivable here. If you are using a complex, if the organization has a foreign transaction, for example, here now, this debtor is the local currency, the default currency in our case here now is Naira. But we also have created a debtor USD. That means all transactions with customers having USD transaction in the system will be posting all those transactions to debtor USD. Maybe you have also debtor pounds or debtor euros. Maybe you have a transaction with a European country and they pay in euros and all the rest. You have to create debtor euro, which will be a control account to collect transaction in respect of euro in the system. We also have under the current asset, we have a stock account, which you know, tax account, loan and that, security and deposit. If you don't have security and deposit, just leave it as it is. Under the asset, we have the fixed asset, which is another broad category under asset. And if you see, you can close this envelope now. Close this envelope. You see, fixed asset and current asset, they are par. If you want to create an account now and you didn't specify the number, if the number is not, if you want to create an account in a current asset and the number is outside this range, it's going to give you a wrong chart of account. But for example now, in fixed asset, we already have all the various fixed asset costs, whereas we have the accumulated depreciation. So the net of this report to this fixed asset as net book value of your total non-current asset. So we have another broad category, which is the liability. If you go to under liability now, you have the current liability and you have the long-term liability. Under current term liability, you see now you still have children, because once you see envelope, it means there are some account under it until you drill down to the last something. Let's click on account payable. Here we now see creditor USD. This will take care of all transaction in USD. Creditor, without any currency attached to the front, will take care of the default currency. In our case now, Naira, payroll payable. You can add another child. If you have transaction with a European country and they are paying you in euros, you have to create a creditor. You are paying euro. If you have transaction with a European country as a company supplying you a product and you are to pay them, it means you have to create a creditor euros. I believe you understand what we are saying. So that is that under account payable. We have duty and taxes, which are in respect of your payment of the suppliers, and then we have loan in form of current liability loan. You can have loan also under long-term liabilities. That is that. Then we come now to equities. Equities are the owner's stake in the company. Take for example now, if you click on this chart, which is the share capital, and you want to change it to another thing, or you want to change this dividend, you have ability to edit. Maybe you want to call it ordinary dividend or dividend pay, okay, or pay dividend. Let's just say now you come over here now and say, okay, action, you want to update. Instead of dividend pay, we say paid. Just for example, it can be anything. Paid dividend, whichever one you update. That's that. You update it and it's gone. You can refresh. Of course, it's already there. That's the meaning. You come over here now and you come under equity, you say pay dividend. So you can modify this opening something. Even this one that is called source of fund, you want to delete that because that is the old language. Oh, sorry, we're not creating source. You want to modify it. You say edit, and then you come over here and say action, update account name. You say no, this thing is old. I don't want source of fund. Just say it's liability. Yes, and then you update. Yes, it's done. If you refresh it, it will take care of that. So that is updated. Once you want to see now, you will no longer see source of fund, but just liability you are going to see. You can check that now as the system come back to this. Look at it now. Source of fund. It didn't change. Please, let's edit it. Let's edit it. Action, update. I say it's liability. I mean, it didn't. Liability. What is the number? No, we have to go back. So, no. This is not where we are. This is demo. Please, sorry. That means it did. Look at it. It did. Sorry. There are two companies. So that's liability. Thank you. Then you can also see changes. When we come now to income now. Income, here is direct income. You see, we have other income, sales, that's in respect of product, services, in respect of services you render. You can create more as your, depend on the complexity of your organization. Then indirect income, those are income that are not directly related to your operation. So you can create, if you have, maybe other incomes, surcharge, and all the rest and come in there. Then we have these expenses. Expenses also have two major categories. That is the direct expense and indirect expense. Direct expense are the one that is traceable to each unit of those product. Here we have the stock account. But if you click on that, you see the various things, the cost of goods sold, which is the expense aspect of every sales you made in the system. Also, we have the expense included in asset valuation. If you are carrying out any valuation on your asset, it can also be captured here. If you carry out valuation in respect of stock, it will be recorded in this place. Okay, so that's that about that. Discount account, I created this very one to track all the discount that you are giving out in the course of sales. Then we have indirect expenses, which at this time around you can create as many as you want. You can regroup them. You can add other ones that are not default from the creation and the setup. So let's say I want to add audit fee. I can click add audit fee. Number, I can decide to, this is 520152. You can scroll down to know the last, that means before you do that, you scroll down. The last here is 5221. So you can now come here now, 5221. So what you want to do now is 5222. So go back to indirect and click add. Okay, audit fee 5222. So that's that. I see group no, account type, expense account. Then your currency is Nigeria, you save it. So that is that about chart of account. And like I said, you can collapse it. You can expand it. From this environment, you can view the period closing version. You can create journal entry, can post, but we have not reached that level. I believe that this is very simple and that you understand how to create a chart of account. Thank you.